Once upon a time in the small town of Willowbrook, two childhood friends, Ethan and James, were inseparable. They grew up together, shared every secret, and trusted each other with their lives. Their bond was the envy of everyone in town. Ethan was the quiet, thoughtful type, while James was charismatic and outgoing. Despite their differences, they complemented each other perfectly. As they grew older, their friendship only deepened. They went to the same college, shared an apartment, and supported each other through the ups and downs of life. But deep inside, a hidden rift was forming, one that Ethan never saw coming. Ethan had always been in love with Emily, a kind and intelligent woman who worked at the local library. She had a smile that could light up a room and a heart full of compassion. For years, Ethan had kept his feelings for Emily a secret, not knowing how to confess to her. James, being the confident one, encouraged Ethan to tell her how he felt. But Ethan hesitated, fearing rejection and the loss of their friendship. One day, after much persuasion from James, Ethan finally decided to take the leap. He was ready to confess his love for Emily, but before he could do so, he noticed something strange. James had been spending more and more time with Emily, going out for coffee and attending events together. Ethan brushed it off, thinking that James was merely trying to help him get closer to her. However, the truth came crashing down one evening. Ethan had planned a romantic dinner at a small restaurant by the river, intending to tell Emily how he truly felt. He invited her and nervously waited for her arrival. As time passed, Emily never showed up. Confused and heartbroken, Ethan decided to walk back home. On his way, he passed by a small cafe where he saw something that shattered him. Through the window, he saw James and Emily, laughing together, holding hands. The way they looked at each other was unmistakable. They were in love. Ethan stood frozen, his heart pounding in his chest. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. His best friend, the one person he trusted more than anyone, had betrayed him. James knew how Ethan felt about Emily, yet he had pursued her behind his back. The pain of betrayal washed over Ethan like a wave. He didn't confront them that night. Instead, he walked home in silence, trying to make sense of what had happened. The friendship he had cherished for so long had been built on lies. Days passed, and Ethan distanced himself from both James and Emily. James, unaware of what Ethan had seen, tried to reach out, but Ethan couldn't bring himself to face him. Eventually, James and Emily announced that they were officially a couple, and the town was buzzing with the news. Ethan felt a mixture of anger and sadness. He had lost not only the woman he loved but also his closest friend. Trust, once broken, could never be repaired easily. Months later, James finally confronted Ethan, asking why he had been avoiding him. Ethan, unable to hold back any longer, told James what he had seen that fateful night. James, shocked, tried to apologize, but the damage was done. The friendship that had once been unbreakable was now in ruins. In the end, Ethan realized that sometimes the people we trust the most are capable of hurting us in ways we never imagined. He moved away from Willowbrook, leaving behind the memories of his lost friendship and unspoken love.